Hi, my name's Sonia and this is my channel, See It Then, See It Now. If you've seen my previous Christmas videos, then you'll know that I usually create something for the local pub. This year's no exception. Let's take a look. Once I'd given each of the vases a really good clean to get rid of any greasy fingerprints, the first job was masking out a clear window section. I cut out a rough circle shape from paper. I didn't want a perfect edge, so once I had the basic shape, I tore around the outside to give it that soft, uneven look. I fixed it onto the vase with double-sided tape. I used double-sided tape because I didn't want any tape showing around the edges, and it did hold the paper really well. The only downside was removing it afterwards. The paper came off easily, but the tape left a sticky residue that took a bit of patience to clean off. In hindsight, normal tape folded back on itself might have been easier to remove and would probably have held it just the same. I do have a garage, but it's attached to the house and the spray smell travels everywhere, so I always try to spray outside. The trouble is, it gets dark at 4 PM this time of year, and trying to find a rare moment where I wasn't at work, it was still daylight and it wasn't raining in England was honestly the biggest challenge of this whole project. But eventually I managed to get outside, set up my super special spray booth and give each vase 2 coats of frosted glass spray. Just something to bear in mind if you do choose to do this, I did pop a piece of cardboard inside the vase just to cover the window area. I was a bit worried that some of the spray might go inside and catch that area, so piece of cardboard inside. Once they were dry, I grabbed a round paintbrush and I basically sacrificed it. I pushed all the bristles out so they splayed in different directions, a bit like a messy star shape. I then dabbed PVA glue onto the ends, dabbed some off so the brush wasn't overloaded, and then gently dabbed glue unevenly over the frosted area. I worked in small patches, sprinkling on white glitter just as I went, until the whole frosted section was covered. When that dried, I brushed off the loose glitter and then added an extra coat of glitter just around the window edge to give it a little bit of extra sparkle. Now to start decorating the inside of these vases, and I started off by pouring PVA into the bottom of the vase and adding artificial snow. Now this forms a skin after about a day, but to completely dry right through it took several days. I had these little parcel tree ornaments, so I started by removing the ribbon and wrapping so that I was left with just the plain polystyrene cube. For the first one, I cut a piece of wrapping paper and decoupaged it around the cube. 1 long strip for the 4 sides and then 2 small squares to cover the last 2 sides. For the next cube, I used ribbon instead of paper. I cut off the wired edge, then hot glued the ribbon around the cube using 1 long strip again, and for the final 2 sides I folded the ribbon edges under with hot glue so there was no frayed edges showing. The wired edges I'd cut off earlier became the ribbon for the decoupaged parcel. I glued them around the cube and then made a little bow for the top. I finished it off with some greenery, tiny pine cones and a little red berry and honestly it looks so cute. For the ribbon covered cube, I used 3 pieces of black wool to create the tied up present look. I glued them neatly around one way, then crossed them over underneath the cube. Once I had the wool in place, I decorated the top with some greenery, some little pine cones and a berry in the same way as I did on the decoupage parcel. I then went on to make 2 more parcels in the exact same way. I started filling the vase by gluing on some leaves, one of the parcels on its edge, some pine cones and greenery. And then stacked the others on top so they looked uneven and natural. I then added a larger leaf at the back of the vase, and then all that was left to do was clean the window. For the second vase, I bought this really cute little reindeer from B&M. She had silver antlers, but black suited the rest of the decor better, so I painted them. In my opinion, she looks even more cute with black antlers anyway. This vase was simple. I made 2 small picks to sit either side of her, popped everything into the snow and glued it in place. Now for the final vase, and I decided to decoupage a bauble using the same wrapping paper I'd used on the 2 parcels, just to tie everything in together. I've said before that paper is really best for flat surfaces, and here I am decoupaging a sphere, but needs must. I thinned the paper first by covering the back with tape, pressing it down firmly and then peeling it off to remove a layer of paper. Then I decoupaged it onto the bauble. I started with a big piece but found smaller pieces much easier to work with it being the round shape. Once it was fully covered, I sealed it with a coat of Mod Podge and decorated the top with lots of pretty bits. Greenery, pine cones, berries, the whole lot. I just made it look pretty. I did end up trimming some of the greenery because it stuck out too far once the bauble was inside the vase. This one was super easy to finish. I just glued it straight onto the snow. I used these wood rounds for the vase lids. The puck-likes come with a sticky pad on the base, so all I needed to do was peel the backing off and stick the base to the centre of the wooden round. The light twists off to if you need to replace the batteries, and you just press the light down to turn it on and off. So let's have a reminder and see it then. And let's see it now. I absolutely love how these turned out. I think they look so cute, but what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments and hit that like button. I've got lots more crafting videos coming, so if you're not yet subscribed and you enjoyed this video, then please do consider subscribing. It does help my channel to grow, and I really do appreciate each and every one of you. All that's left for me to say, oh, and you can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. All that's left for me to say is thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye for now.